You already know more than you think. You just don't know how to read the signs yet. Every person you meet leaves clues, not in what they say, but in how they hesitate, how they react, how they protect themselves. And once you learn to see those signs, you can't unsee them. This isn't a quick list. This isn't surface-level advice. This is a complete psychological breakdown, divided into 3 powerful parts, each one building on the last. If you skip ahead, you'll miss the depth that makes this work. But if you stay until the end, you won't just understand others better. You'll understand yourself in ways you didn't expect. From a young age, you're trained to trust words. Language becomes our currency. But Nietzsche warned us, don't be fooled by language. Because people don't speak from truth. They speak from survival, from ego, from fear. The surface of someone's personality isn't who they are, it's their armor. The overly kind person may not be kind at all. They may be terrified of rejection. The one who looks strong might be collapsing inside, hoping no one notices. And the most deceptive part? Most people don't even know they're doing it. Nietzsche once said, every profound spirit needs a mask, not as an insult, but as a warning. Don't confuse the mask with the person. Because here's the truth no one tells you. People leak who they are all the time, not through words, but through cracks. The moment they look away. The laugh that lasts a second too long. The sudden change of subject when it gets too close. These are not accidents. They are signals. Truth number 1. Everyone wears a mask to survive. Not because they're fake, but because they're scared. Society teaches people to become acceptable versions of themselves. But masks are imperfect. They slip, and the first sign of truth is tension. Watch what makes someone uncomfortable. That's where the real person begins. Truth number 2. What someone hates in others reveals what they hide in themselves. This is projection, one of Nietzsche's sharpest insights. The person who mocks arrogance is often deeply insecure. The one obsessed with calling out dishonesty is usually hiding something they can't face. We hate in others what we fear in ourselves. So don't just notice what people admire. Watch what they criticize and why. Truth number 3. Silence speaks louder than words. Nietzsche didn't believe truth came from talking. Language to him was often a way to avoid reality. So when someone pauses before answering, dodges certain topics, or gives rehearsed replies to deep questions, that silence is louder than any speech. Avoidance reveals fear. Truth number 4. Excessive virtue is often disguised vanity. Be cautious of people who loudly proclaim their purity, who constantly correct others, who preach morality as performance. Nietzsche called this the will to power in disguise. Real goodness doesn't need applause. The louder the virtue signal, the more likely something is being hidden. Truth number 5. People lie to themselves before they lie to you. I'm fine. I don't care. I'm over it. These aren't lies meant to deceive you. They're lies people rehearse until they believe them. Nietzsche saw self-deception, not as evil, but as survival. And that's what makes reading people possible, because inconsistencies reveal truth. Truth number 6. Where someone feels superior, they hide inferiority. Superiority is often compensation. Those who constantly remind you of their success fear they're not enough. Those who casually put others down are terrified of being overlooked. Real confidence doesn't compete. If someone needs to dominate or prove, look deeper. Behind the crown, there's often a scared child. Reading people isn't about judging them. It's about understanding what drives them, because behavior isn't random. Nietzsche believed the self is not stable. It's a performance built to survive. And when that performance is threatened, the truth leaks out. Truth number 7. Most actions are driven by unconscious fear. Why do people over-explain? Why do they dominate conversations or disappear completely? Fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of abandonment. Fear of humiliation. Fear of being insignificant. People don't act from desire. They act from fear of loss. So stop asking what people want. Ask what they're afraid of losing. Truth number 8. Constant criticism is confession. When someone criticizes relentlessly, don't focus on the target. Trace it back to the speaker. The man who mocks emotion fears his own. The woman who attacks appearances is fighting her reflection. Judgment is rarely about others. It's self-rejection wearing a disguise. Truth number 9. False confidence hides guilt. Some people perform certainty flawlessly, but watch closely. The tension, the defensiveness, the over-preparation. Nietzsche noticed this especially in leaders and moral authorities. Confidence that needs to be displayed is often covering shame. Peace doesn't perform. Truth number 10. Exaggeration reveals insecurity. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm always happy. Extremes are imbalance, not strength. Exaggeration is volume. The question is, what are they trying to silence? Truth number 11. The desire for control masks inner chaos. Those who micromanage everything are rarely powerful. They're afraid. When the inner world feels unstable, the outer world must be controlled. The stricter the shell, the more fragile the core. Truth number 12. The louder the performance, the emptier the core. Social media didn't create this. It exposed it. Endless noise, endless identity. Endless, look at me. Nietzsche saw this as desperation. The person who knows themselves doesn't need to be watched. Performance is not confidence. It's hunger. Now we go deeper. Because behind every behavior is a belief, and behind every belief is a wound. Truth number 13. No one speaks from logic, they speak from pain. Opinions are armor. When someone says, I don't believe in love, they're protecting a hurt. People justify emotionally formed beliefs with logic. So don't argue beliefs. Understand the wound beneath them. Truth number 14. How someone treats weakness reveals their power. Watch how people treat those who can't fight back. Mockery reveals fear. Punishment reveals unresolved pain. True strength shows restraint. Compassion reveals inner victory. Truth number 15. The fear of being forgotten creates attention hunger. Some people don't want attention. They fear invisibility. The ignored child becomes the loud adult. Attention isn't always vanity. Sometimes it's a cry. Truth number 16. The person someone attacks is often who they envy. Criticism is easier than admiration. To see someone embody what you abandoned is painful. So people destroy what reminds them of their own lost potential. Envy is unspoken desire. Truth number 17. People reenact childhood, not beliefs. People don't change easily. They repeat. The unheard child becomes the interrupter. The punished child becomes cold. The conditional love child becomes a performer. Behavior is biography. Truth number 18. Patterns are confessions. Ghosting, overworking, avoidance, surface-level charm. These are not accidents. They're protection strategies. And when you learn to read patterns, you stop judging. You stop personalizing. You understand. Every truth you heard wasn't just about others. It was about you, your fears, your patterns, your mask. Nietzsche didn't want you to see people to control them. He wanted you to see clearly, so you could connect without illusion. If this video made you feel seen, comment which truth hit you hardest. And if you want to keep learning how to see what's hidden, subscribe. This is just the beginning.